Today was a really successful event. WRC brought together around 27 different people from different organisations funded by London councils as part of the Ascent Project. We brought together these people to talk about partnerships because it's a really important topic at the moment within the charity sector, and particularly we found for women's organisations under the current environment of this move to commissioning and this push for cost efficiency. It seems like a lot of commissions are being given to generic organisations that have a wider geographical reach and can provide a lot of services under one roof and seem to be quite cost efficient. The problem is that what we know is that in the women's sector, women really want services provided by specialist services that are really specialised to their needs and within their own communities. So what we don't want to happen is for small specialist services to get pushed out by larger organisations that are generic and winning these commissions. So we brought people together today to really discuss how we can work in partnership, come together, provide wider geographical reach together, bring services together so that we can bid for the same commissions. It was really great. We talked about a lot of the different styles of partnership and coming together as consortia. We also talked about some of the problems and pitfalls, and a lot of people shared their different experiences. It was really helpful, and there were some really good takeaways. People had some really great experiences to share, and people met. There's a lot of networking. We did a specific speedwork networking session, and people met each other and exchanged contact details. So we expect that a lot of people will be getting in touch in the future and hopefully building their own partnerships. Who knows?
Yeah, it's been a really good event, and I think for most of the women they found it quite interesting. So yes, I did speak about different types of partnerships because I think most people get confused. So going from a loose partnership straight through to a consortium, for example, cooperation, sharing information and referrals, I think people are quite comfortable with that, and coordination from a small project where partners contribute resources and gain, shared risk, right through to the consortium, which is a new structure where all the partners have equal stake in that consortium, and then the merger, which is an extreme, and yes, somebody mentioned quite aggressive, and that yes, it's more about two organisations integrating and becoming one single organisation.
Actually, from putting in the bid was a challenge. We didn't have very much time to actually put in the bid. Then actually managing and developing the partnership, again, it involves working with 33 London-wide coordinators. Going round everywhere is a bit of a challenge for a small organisation. It's also, the actual monitoring requirements from London councils. We actually have to do 5 at the moment, which is very time consuming. And also fighting for our voice within that as well. There are some very strong women within the partnership, and sometimes, you can feel, maybe what you've got to say is not going to be so important. But I think the really good thing was that people did listen. People were committed to ensuring that we retained specialist services, and together, we were actually moving forward. Even when we were developing what our model was going to be, it was done in conjunction with all of the partners. It was done through discussion and debate. When we were talking about how much money we were going to allocate to partners, how we were going to allocate work, that was all done very equitably. I think one thing that I wanted to just say is that it was really important for the kind of support that we received from the Women's Resource Centre. Had we not known about some of the meetings that were actually going on to actually organise the women's sector, maybe we wouldn't have been part of the consortium now.
The experience in Manchester at the moment is that a number of multinationals and private companies are moving in the sector to win tenders, and that's a challenge to us. Last few months we've been working in formulating the partnership, and we've been working through the 5 F words, which is forming, identifying a purpose, sharing a common purpose, dealing with our frustrations about past politics, current we are in the process of functioning, setting up our structures, roles, and decision making, and waiting to move on swiftly on flying. Actually, yes, flying, winning some tenders, and making sure serving the purpose we created the partnership for. And finally, we're trying to prepare for failing when the relationship comes to a natural circle, that we need to revisit and prevent a total breakdown in relationships. The three key challenges we found are relationship, establishing the relationship of the partners, responding swiftly to the challenges and changes of the climate, the circumstances, and thirdly, quite importantly, identifying the support, help us with the business side of the partnership, the legal side. For example, the Women's Resource Centre has been instrumental in helping making the first step.